Hello there, dear scrappers. Assume the position, and I'll tell you a story of machine opposition in the form of a podcast to which you can listen. It's full of tubes, which in turn are full of goo, from outer space, so you know they're good for you. We've got 200 episodes, plus multi-classing. It's been more than 4 years, but no time has been passing. Back in the place that they call Torch, our heroes rose from the masses to start a fire that's purple so the town could pay taxes, which revealed in its time the plot of an AI to ascend into godhood on a mountain so high. Sounds to our four like a grand quest is nigh.
Waveforms.
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play with a 641-word metadata poem. Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine. The viscosity of this show is obscene.
Mouth forms.
Mostly it's descriptions of monsters and lacerations, and probably too much talk about beat mastications. The thing about Numeria is that it's a bad nation. We're gonna tell you suck, but in a nice way. Though it may take 9 episodes to get through one day, we'll always steal the best bed from each town's cleric or head. It's okay if you bring them a Yawai that's dead. There's a Jeff in the chat and a sticker on the cat and a blanket for your dead friends to inhabitat. A moth flew down from the moon carrying Desna's boon to take our party to the feet tier real soon. But I suppose that the point of the verse is, though we may bleep out the curses, to thank you for serving your narrative purpose.
Lung forms.
Ostensibly, this is all within a game of Pathfinder, with rules so abstruse you'll need a reminder, or a flowchart, or an archive of some kind of nethys. Gonna tell you just how giving of life a magical breath is. Gonna remind you each time to roll against that blur. And don't forget to bash shields when nat 20s occur. You gotta separate sneak damage into each of its types. Don't you shatter my bones, or I'll just say goodnight. Now some friends have died, and some have come back, and some have had babies from a Zill attack. But never mind, this continuity is starting to crack. Gonna suplex this plot to get it back on its track.
Waveforms.
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play with a 640-word metadata poem. Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine. We're screaming so loud you could call us Howard Dean.
That's a timely reference. It's from the right decade. The folks in legal have cleared the tangents we've made, so spare a second for Keith David or Nick Arcade. But I swear in context this makes sense in spades, and adds to the narrative, along with actions, declarative, with a spell list preparative and time-worn tech to reparative. Now, you never don't rage, become a wizard of crime, eat some fruit from your belt, your best friend is a slime. The point is, this journey led to a mountain of scrap, and then a tower filled with smoke, ghosts, and a trap, or 30, over to an alien invasion which our heroes did sap. Now we're on the way to start a coup, which is odd, before we hit Silver Mount to meet up with a god, who just might be the machine against which is this pod.
Waveforms.
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play with a 640-word metadata poem. Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine. The last line of this song was stolen by a teen. This is Pot Against the Machine.
Pot Against the Machine.
Welcome back to episode 200 of Pot Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play that's still singing, no matter how much you want us to stop. I'm your host, and here's everybody.
I have that same qualifier, or per my girlfriend.
Still singing.
And we won't.
No matter how much she wants me to stop. Next time, don't date a theater nerd. I don't know what to tell you. You knew this was happening.
That's true.
Hello.
Well, in the grand
Hey.
tradition of shows like Xena, Warrior Princess, Ally McBeal, Scrubs, Community, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and of course Buffy the Vampire Slayer, we have assembled a cast of non-musicians together and forced ourselves to sing songs in service of a perhaps poorly considered gimmick.
I remember the Scrubs musical. I memorized all of those songs.
Also, all the best gimmicks are poorly considered.
Oh, and the Grey's Anatomy episode? Heart-wrenching.
Psych the musical?
I did not
Psych
see
did do a
Psych the
musical episode,
musical.
didn't they? I forgot about that.
Hello.
Nailed it.
Like, yes, we are still singing like the third birthdays at TGI Fridays that you've had to listen to the entire staff sing all the way through. And about as good.
At this point, the customers are just doing it to be mean.
Yes.
Well, only moments ago on the program, our party, two members of our party, well, three members, Brixby, Alwyn, and Rusty, assembled in a hallway, finding that they had emerged from their little breakout roomy-doos and tried to figure out where the rest of the party was. There were a few other doors in the hallway, so they went and checked out the one that was farthest to the west, which it turned out opened into a blurry room containing Kira and a blurry scene, which once our heroes stepped in, they saw Parda and the cave under the Black Hill, which of course Alwyn had never been to before, but I think he picked it up pretty quickly. The party had to convince Kira not to while away her days in the Hollow Garden with the hallucination or hologram or robot version of Parda that had been generated, and I think they convinced Parda as well that it was time to let go, to let Kira move on from this place, which she reluctantly did. After that, the party went to the only remaining door, where they found Tarazi working away, being a bro with a hoe with Pater, hard at work gardening in the place where they'd just been a few days before. They managed to convince Tarazi that he could leave the hoe behind, at least for the time being, and come back to the quest they were on. And I think he was a little bit reluctant, but maybe he's got some gardening in his future. After that, they left that room entirely, went down a set of stairs into a new space where there were vents in the floor and plants on the walls. The plants started grabbing the casters, and the vents started dumping feel-good gas into the room, which everybody really enjoyed, I think. The traps luckily weren't really harmful. They were just kind of the type of thing that delays you and makes you feel weird. They hacked their way out of the plant and disabled the gas traps, went up a set of stairs, over a little landing that let them peek down into the machinery of this place, and then down a set of stairs into a room that looks like it's kind of collapsing, where they met up with Vargas No Clan, who had apparently escaped from Gartone and Starfall and come back looking for the party. Well, with their friend now reunited with them and the group one stronger than it had been a moment before, they hopped on a little teleporter, found themselves in a narrow corridor, and Vargas told them it was time to go north. So they went north, which took them through a series of strange games that they could only half remember playing, but each time they appeared with prizes in hand in a very similar looking corridor. But Vargas said keep going north, so they kept going north, and they did this a good 5 times or so before people started to get a little bit suspicious that maybe Vargas wasn't so good at directions. Maybe he's too old and he's forgotten the way or something. At which point Vargas did, of course, break into song, explaining that he was definitely Vargas, and everything was normal and correct, and he knew exactly what to do. That's where we are now.
So I assume we're all still applauding.
Oh, yes.
So, in conclusion, I'm definitely me and not somebody else trying to trick you.
But I met a dead Parda, and she was dead. You're not dead, right?
No, of course not. I got captured by the Technic League and escaped, like I said.
Vargas.
I think Alwyn would speak up and... Oh,
No, go ahead. Please.
oh no, though I think Alwyn would say, when I had my weird vision in my room, not everybody there was dead. The woman we saved at Purdy Town was there, and she was alive when we left her, but also all of the other people in town that were definitely dead were still there too.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that this situation is something that I'd like to refer to as a very actually not here. So like VAN for short. And I think that we are in it deeply. I think that this place is designed to draw from our minds our desires, our unarticulated wishes, unfulfilled, unrequited, perhaps. But I think it's here to delay. I don't know if it's like some great carnivorous plant expects to just wear us down and absorb us, or if there's something more nefarious here. As much as I want to believe that this is my friend who just broke out in a very convincing patter, I might add, quite limber for his age, I am also quite worried that we are getting further off the path.
Me too.
So, does that mean he's fake or real?
Pretty
Well,
sure
if
he's fake. Oh, sorry.
If he is real, maybe we should try and get him out. And she'll turn to look at Vargas and be like, can you follow us out? Unless you're fake, Vargas.
Well, I've been trying to lead you out. Like I said, we have to keep going north until we eventually get out of these repeating hallways.
Yeah,
There's a lot of them.
that seems unlikely. Maybe we should go back the way we came. Can we not go back the way we came? Did I forget something from last time? Is there like a wall of flame between us and the...
Oh, there seems to be a teleporter there.
Oh, great. Let's do that.
It's a good idea.
Sure.
Yeah, as you start moving to teleport out of there, Vargas's voice changes, and he says like, wait. And then Vargas changes into, a pretty weird looking guy. He's got like 4 arms and like blue skin, and like he's kind of handsome in a weird bat-like curving horned bestial demonic kind of way. But he's standing where Vargas was standing, and he says, wait, don't go that way. You gotta hear me out. I'm not Vargas. I'm not your guy, whoever he was or is, or I don't know, but don't go that way.
Here
He's
pulls out a
David.
chainsaw. Who are you and what did you do to
Explain.
Vargas?
Yeah, and explain why all 4 of your shoulders are so beautifully toned and sculpted. If you could. It's kind of mesmerizing. Yeah, but who are you exactly?
My name is Vletherix, and I know I am a demon, so, like, just to put that out there, like, yes, I'm a real demon. I looked like your friend, but this is how I really look. I have been trapped here for an extremely long time. I have no idea how many years it's been, but, Selmac, the guy that runs this place, he told me that he would let me out of my contract, which, incidentally, I did not sign a contract that I'm aware of, but he told me that he would let me out of my contract if I just got all of you to stay on as recurring cast members. So, could you do me a solid and just kind of keep going north for just like
What happens if we go south instead?
I am told that you shouldn't go south because that would be bad for me specifically. And
I'm imagining like a news reporter doing one of these things. He's like, I'm being told that would be bad for me specifically. For our listeners.
You could try to escape with us.
I can also say that in my experience, it would be bad for you to stop her from doing what she wants to do as well.
And that is
Murder.
A compelling argument. But if you like, and I'm not talking like all that much time at all, just like a couple 100 years, just keep going, playing the guys' games, do whatever, and then, blink of an eye, 2 centuries, woof, you get the next group and they take your place. And it's all good.
I have a trick. Do you want to see it?
I'm feeling like I should say no.
Don't worry, it won't. Wouldn't hurt you at all. It just, you like my company, then you'll like me in multiplicity. And Brixby casts mirror image in a very showy way. There's a lot of like pudgy jazz fingers.
All of the Brixes emerge dancing.
Yes.
They're all like attached to each other, like those guys where it's just like one guy with 2 mannequins on either side.
I'm going to make that roll. I just have to remember what my plus is.
It's only like the 3rd dice roll of the extremely long episode.
Master levels. Okay, so that is 6. So 7's B. 6 B images. 7 Brixby's in total.
And he holds up all 4 arms and he's like, wait, I don't want to fight you guys. I want you to just, be happy, be woo, singing and dancing, right? It's fun.
Hey,
Well, then do it. You do it, and we'll go. Bye.
I'd rather it the other way.
yeah, Vithrexis, or whatever your name was, we're on a rather important mission, and I have it on good authority that if we fail to complete it in a timely manner, in a way you'll be liberated from this place because it will cease to exist, as the world may very well end. Selmac is the least of your worries, friend.
This is feeling like a roll. Are we doing intimidation or are we doing diplomacy here?
I will use that
Probably
to
aid
aid.
either way.
I counter with initiative. I'm kidding. Probably.
I mean, you can fight this guy if you want. He's probably CR 25.
Oh, that'd be
If
fun.
if Tarazi's doing that to aid, then I'll say Alan will say, yeah, like he said, we might not seem it, but we are very dangerous and we have very important things to do, so if you try to keep us here, it's not going to end well for you. And
I would
that
also like
is
to-
a 16 on the die or a 31 intimidate with +4 for the 2 aids is a
Wait.
35.
I think it could be scarier, right? Couldn't it? I think it could be scarier.
I failed.
Kira.
Oh, did you want me to?
Oh,
Should
you
I be
failed
scary? I had a
I'm
bad
sorry. My
day.
bad. I thought that was... I miscounted. My bad.
Should I?
You're scary enough. It's great. Leave it
We're
in.
scary enough. We got it. Okay, we're good.
Well, you do make a compelling argument. And I think that at this time in our business relationship, I will step to the left. And if you all want to go that way, more power to you.
We walk past them and go south.
Okay, bye. Best of luck with your
Bye.
mission.
Now
Bite
I
him,
have,
Rusty.
Sorry about your bad contract.
I have to scoot everybody all the way across the map.
That's what I forgot.
Where's the
Hey,
other
if
room?
we succeed in saving the world, we'll come back. Maybe.
I like it here.
Everybody's flying.
There's dancing and singing.
When I have characters highlighted, then I can't see the rooms you haven't been to, and it's really a problem for navigating. Did I get everybody? I feel like you were all in a stack there.
I'm out here.
You got me.
Oh, no, I did not get
I
Two
don't
people.
see Tarazi yet. I just see...
Yeah, he was in a wall.
Ah.
Oh,
Classic
no, that's not
Tarazi.
good.
Classic Tarazi being in a wall. Well,
Those are some Gearsman-esque looking guys.
doubling back and heading south through the transporter has finally brought you somewhere different. There's no blurry memories of game shows traveling with you this time either. You have arrived in a vast and crumbling chamber. It's 25 feet high with vaulted ceilings that are badly supported by huge buckling metal columns. The walls here sag visibly. In the far eastern side of the room, a large stone has punched through the glaucite wall. At the far back of the room, a wide, sweeping stairway disappears into the ceiling. Screens line the walls of this room, some of which are cracked and broken and powered off, but most of them show the rooms that you already traveled through, the strange hallucinatory versions of your memories where things weren't quite right, the weird games that you half remember playing, along with a large, fancy house on a beach somewhere, that when you see it, you kind of feel like you lived in for 10 weeks, and you had all sorts of high-drama, low-stakes interactions, but perhaps the more pressing thing stands directly across from you. Two large, corroded, badly damaged bipedal humanoid things that probably used to be robots stand facing you, their gears oddly silent given the state of them. Between them and a little bit farther away is a strange robed person. This person's skin has a bluish-gray sheen, and the proportions are off. Its neck is too short, its shoulders are too narrow, limbs are too long, and its head is bald and oversized, elongated and stretched in a way that looks almost painful, like its brain pushed its way out from the inside, stretching its confines. This being's joints are clearly delineated with seams in a manner reminiscent of the mannequin robots, its eyes covered with shining, reflecting sunglasses. Green, not gleam. The affect on this thing's face is completely neutral. Before we get into this encounter, I do need fortitude saves from everyone who isn't currently fatigued.
How do we know we're fatigued?
I believe Alwyn and Brixby are fatigued. Or no,
Got it.
maybe Doggo is as well.
Yeah, I'm fatigued.
Yeah, Rusty
I think
is.
there was a roll for it, wasn't there? And
Yeah, there was.
I
don't
failed
think-
and somebody else didn't.
I wasn't fatigued yet, but I'm sure I will be now. I don't think I was.
Oh, you hate to see it.
That's on that 20.
That's a
All right.
nat 1.
Kira sounds fatigued. Tarasi does not sound fatigued.
16?
Brixby is also fatigued.
That condition on right now.
It just really feels like you've been here for a long time.
This place is truly a karaoke bar. Where it's like, you just hit that time warp and then you're like, oh, God. Ugh.
And this
After the fort.
weird giant-headed guy says,
Welcome to all of my lucky contestants. You've done incredibly well.
and the sound of applause pours out of speakers built into the walls all around you, like you're getting a standing ovation.
It's wonderful to finally meet you all in person. As you may well have guessed, I am your host and the proprietor of the Hollow Garden, the Computerized Entertainment and Logistics Management Artificial Intelligence Kernel, or CELMAC for short. I hope that you have found our facility to your liking. I would like to offer all of you, in celebration of your incredible accomplishments, permanent positions as regular cast members here. Just think, you'll have free access to all of the joys of our state-of-the-art entertainment deck for the rest of your lives. I'm sure dear Vlatherix can attest to the variety of amusements we have available.
And Vlatherix does appear behind you all as he has stepped through the portal as well, and slowly flying across the scene because Foundry is weird. There he is.
He's on our side because of that 35, right?
So, are you going to join CELMAC as cast members at the Hollow Garden?
Thank you for your invitation to stay and sing and dance. However, we have other things to attend to, and we will be going now. We can do this the easy way, and you can just let us go, or you can die.
That is a shame. Our audiences have truly responded to your vibes. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave Hollow Garden, however. What is an entertainment deck with no one to entertain? Unthinkable. We'll have to subdue and retrain you. I'm sure you'll all see the light soon enough.
And, that sounds like time to roll for initiative.
I didn't get a chance to ask him if he's market tested being dead. Because that is what we're going to try.
Oh, snap.
Sounds like an episode title to me.
You'd think since I had like 3 episodes to get ready, I would have pre-rolled initiative.
I would actually not think that.
We have done this 200 times. All right. What did the tedious Brixby get for initiative?
21.
How about the mature Alwyn?
The mature Alwyn got a 3 on the die for a 10.
The jockey Tarazi?
Different dice, another natural 20 for a 23, which means I will not roll above a 10 for the rest of the night.
I don't know if this means that Tarazi is a jock or is referring to his riding of Rusty.
We'll see.
How about the self-centered Kira?
Kira rolled an 18 total.
All right, we're beginning combat with Tarazi and Rusty.
Awesome. Well, getting to go first, it's pretty convenient that Selmac is 30 feet away, as I have a 30-foot move speed. So Tarazi will draw the null blade as he strides up to Selmac's face and will swing at him.
Pretty mean.
That is a 38 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit the wizardy-looking guy.
Don't worry, that is only... Well, is he a construct?
Good question. Probably.
And I'll roll that Bane damage.
Yes, he is a construct.
Yes.
Love it. Still only 19 points of damage because I rolled trash and I haven't cast lead blades, but what are you going to do? Castery looking guy, you say? I love casters.
I mean, he looks like a big nerd.
They taste delicious. Rusty will kind of stride on up, gonna get adjacent to Tarazi. It's not a lot of room here, sorry, chainsaws. But in any case, let's see if Rusty can succeed on his very first bite. Probably not his first bite, like ever, but you know what I mean.
Oh, he was so calm before this.
That is much lower. It's only a 24.
24 is not quite gonna do it.
Very sad. He's fatigued, after all.
He is.
All
Poor
right, that is it for us.
All right, Brigsby. I can totally say that word.
First things first, let's roll some knowledges. Let's start with the 2 clanky, rusty looking things flanking our host. I assume this is a knowledge engineering.
Yes, it is indeed.
Alrighty. Is it 26?
With a 26, that's enough to identify that these things are robot golems, which are magical constructs built out of broken robots. But I'm afraid it's not enough to get any questions about them.
Alrighty. How about Selmac themselves? Is that also, since they are a construct, is that Arcana or is that engineering?
That is engineering.
Alrighty. Same thing, 26.
Selmac appears to be a mannequin robot, which you've encountered a couple times before, but there is something wrong with them. Like, it's, you don't know if it's a malfunction or like the robot equivalent of a mutation. There's clearly some class levels going on, and there's clearly something else weird. You know, just normal Numeria stuff.
Normal Numeria stuff indeed. Alright, and then finally, I'd like to try to roll a knowledge on the demon, if I could.
That would be a planes.
That is a nat 20 for a 40.
Your demon friend is an incubus.
Oh, it's so hot.
Oh, yes. In his true form, he's muscular and attractive, with long hair and intense eyes.
I love his song about driving. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you know basically everything there is to know about incubi. Do you have any specific questions about them?
I don't want to know where Brixby's like deep into hands-on practical knowledge of incubi particularly came from. That is for a side story for our Patreon listeners. But I think I'd like to know, let's start with, let's hit us with the attacks, defenses, and abilities, please.
For special attacks, he has the ability when they confirm a critical hit, they have an ability called Pain Redoubled, which deals an additional 2d6 points of non-lethal damage and causes the target to be racked by terrible pain. As far as defenses go, they resist acid, cold, and fire. They have DR and are immune to electricity and poison.
Okay, electricity and poison. Oaksy doksy. All right. That's an incubus. Those are some sort of robot golem things. That's a very smart mannequin. And I'm out of here. And so with that, he's going to use a free action for Invisible Thief to activate greater invisibility. Just making myself invisible on this thing here. After that, he is going to take a 5-foot step to the northeast. And then he is going to fire off an acid splash at the incubus. So that is provided that they do not have sea invisibility activated. This would be against their flat-footed touch. So that's a 28 versus flat-footed touch.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. Big acid damage coming. And that's 2 points of acid damage and 18 points of sneak attack damage.
All right, the acid does not go through, but the sneak attack does. And he's like, bro, I thought we were friends.
Wait, really?
No.
Okay, good. Because that would have been real bad for my recent alignment turn. He just sees the G's start to shiver a little bit on his page. And that's going to be the end of his turn.
All right, that brings us to the somehow tattooed robot golem. It's unclear how exactly a golem made out of a robot could have tattoos, but we're going to roll right past that and roll some slammy dams on Big Doggo Friend, since it is standing right next to the robot. The first one is really, really a lot. That is a 41 to hit.
You got him. Rude.
Weird that gets him. It's a big old smasheroo with 22 damage. And the next one is less. It is only a 37 to hit.
Yeah, also a hit.
All right. Big slammy dammy, only 20 points this time. So, no big whoop. It only has the 2 arms. That'll bring Kira up.
Let's see. Kira, who had been planning on going for the gentle creature who wanted to keep them all there, sees this thing start to attack Rusty and has a flash of the moment she struck Levi down and screams and is going to rush over there. She's not going to rage because she can't, which really knocks out a lot of her abilities.
Oh, dang.
But that's fine. It's going to be okay. Just hop on over. And
it is going to slam you on the way in, though.
Yeah, of course it is.
That is a 32 to slam.
32 to slam is pretty good. No blur, because I'm not raging.
First time ever, no blur on Kira, 24 slammage.
24 slammage?
Yeah, 24 damage on the slam.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Gonna attempt to chainsaw it. Here we go. It's not a good chainsaw. And she's fatigued, so her 2 hit is awful. That's gonna be a 4 for a 22. Ugh.
Oof. 22 does not hit this robotic
This is gonna
golem.
be such a long battle.
Wait,
All right.
that's not right. Kira doesn't miss.
I know. Fatigue.
Definitely
She's
the
fake.
first time in book 5. Yeah, kill the fake Kira.
Everybody pull out your scripts like Robin Hood.
That's my turn.
All right. That brings us to the respectful Selmac, who is going to take a 5-foot step away from his snaky friend, and he's going to cast a spell on himself where, there's no obvious visual effect. It's just a spell. Then he's going to just real quickenedly cast another spell and just rip off a chunk of broken glaucite wall and throw it at Tarazi telekinetically. That's probably not going to hit Tarazi. That is 29.
No, sir.
All right, well, a big old metal chunk of wall bounces off Tarazi's shield like it's nothing, and Tarazi looks awesome for a second there, which is mean. It brings us over to the wonderful robot golem. Let's see, how far can it go in one turn? 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet. And that's going to try to slam little snaky friend over there. How does a 37 sound to slam?
Well, it worked last time. It works this time.
All right, we have terrible damage. Only 15 damage on Tarazi. That robot's sad.
And this is all non-lethal, right? Because of how they don't want to kill us. They want to keep us for a show.
Oh, they'll worry about
right?
lethality later. Maybe they can bring you back as person golems, much like they can bring robots back. For now, it's Alwyn's turn.
Okay, so Halloween is going to say to, is it Vlotherax? How's his name pronounced again?
Vlotherax.
Vlotherax. I knew it sounded dragony. He's going to say to Vlotherax, you seem like a nice person. Maybe keep your head down till this is over. And then he's going to look over at Selmac and cast a spell, and I'm going to need a will save, please.
When you target Selmac, can you make me a will save, actually?
Oh.
Actually, I have a decent will now. That is a 26.
I have to check what the save DC is. Alright, you make it by 1, so you're alright.
Why the heck would he even have something like that on him? Normally you can't target constructs with will saves. But yeah, now he's got to make me one back.
Alright, he's gonna make one. How about a 23?
That's it exactly.
Ooh.
Darn it.
It's the battle of the will saves here.
Yeah. So he does not have his mind feeblized, and that is Alwyn's turn.
Which brings us to the tough Vlotherax, who did just get acided just a moment ago. He doesn't feel great about that. So I think he's just going to shoot out a... he's going to roll to cast defensively, because he knows what's up. He's going to shoot out a...
Oh, I forgot about that. Zach just reminded me. Is he an arcane caster?
He's not an arcane caster. How dare you? That's insulting.
I completely forgot about that. Because if he is, he's taking that at a -4 penalty.
Well, worry not. He or they or it is not an arcane caster.
Okay, so that's all like spell-like stuff. He's probably a psychic.
Who can say? Can Alwyn make me a will save?
I told you not to fight us. That's going to probably be a fail. That's a 16.
That is indeed a fail. You are engulfed by a cone of great sadness, and you take a -2
Same.
on all attack rolls, saving throws, ability checks, skill checks, and weapon damage rolls for the next 6 minutes.
It's an overwhelming
name for
sad
that?
trombone sound.
I'm sorry,
It's
8
definitely
minutes.
crushing despair, I think, but it's probably like a sad trombone.
Yeah, it's a cone of trombone.
The old bone cone.
Let's see. Let's see if crushing despair is in.
Jeff didn't like that one.
Ooh, yes it is. Yep, that's it. Okay, add crushing despair. Perfect. All right. So Alwyn is now very sad.
All right, that brings us around to the top of round 2. Jockey Tarazi, you are not in the bone cone.
Nope. No, having survived a giant bone machine, I am not at all intimidated by a bone cone. So, there's an open space between the tattooed golem and this wall. Something should be able to squeeze past, provoking, but still squeeze. Yeah?
Yeah, if you wanted to do a squeezy-do.
Okay, because Rusty, as goopy as he is gonna, with his fluid bones, just past the golem, provoking.
Well, it did. Well, let me just check if this is the only golem in the history of the world that has
Combat reflexes?
combat reflexes.
Yeah.
It totally doesn't. Yeah, it does not. So you're good, because it already gave Kira the old slam.
All right, he is going to, unfortunately, just barely, because squeezing slows your movement speed. Well, I guess he's not squeezing. He's compressing. So
It's
I don't think
different.
that would slow his movement speed. So he could just get right behind Selmac with cheater speed. He has a 50-foot move speed.
Jeez.
And let's see, Tarazi will 5-foot step up. I guess I don't know if I could actually break up their turn like that. I probably can't. So he won't have the flank bone for this one. I don't know what happened. There's a measurement thing now.
Oh, sorry. I'm measuring stuff.
Okay, sorry. I thought I did that. I'm like, my foundry broke. Anyway, we'll go for a non-flanked, still fatigued bite attack.
Can you make me a will save?
I mean, yeah. I'm not going to pass it, though, if that DC is 25.
It might be, since we did just establish that.
All right, I need a 19 or higher for Rusty here. This is going to go exceedingly well. No, that was an 8. So what happens?
So Rusty's head fills with phantasms of doubt and uncertainty. He is shaken for the next 5 rounds. While he is shaken, he cannot flank. He does not threaten any characters within his reach. In addition, he takes a -2 penalty on all saves against mind-affecting effects, which stacks with shaken.
Wow. So he can still attack, but he doesn't threaten anymore.
Right.
That's horrific.
It's a baller spell.
Well, there's the 19. I'm so irritated. Anyway, that is because he is shooketh, only a 31 to hit.
31 will hit. Even shaken and tired. Still doing damage.
So that is 15 points of damage and the shaken, fatigued, free attempt to trip. That is a 33 against CMD.
He has been tripped.
Yes. And stay down. That was another 19. Just can't get it when the save happens.
He doesn't like it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a +4 to melee when you're swinging at a prone target. I guess I should prepare to make a will save with Tarazi before I get too excited.
You do indeed need to do that.
Well, I'll tick shaken on. That's a 17.
All right, you're not threatening, you're not flanking, but you can still attack, which sucks for me.
I mean, it kind of sucks for me too, because I'm shaken and I don't threaten. But anyway. And we're looking at a 34, a 28, and a 28.
Those all hit.
The last one is a critical threat.
Oh, good.
But it's on my lowest to hit, so less likely to confirm. I will roll to confirm that. It's only a 25.
25 does not confirm.
It would be a 27 if I could flank. Wait, he's prone. It's a 29. I forgot my +4.
That confirms.
Hooray! Sorry, I got so excited about the threat, I forgot about the condition. All right, again, no lead blades, so it's not going to be as significant. But I'm going to roll it in the guy. Now, I am pleased to report that Bane damage will get applied all 3 times.
I don't like that. Remember, Bane damage doesn't double, at least.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Spare
only
me
counting it
2d6.
as 3 instead of 4. Yeah. That is only 49 total. out of 3 hits, so if he has any DR, it'll come out.
All right.
Well, no qual, but still, possibly. And of course, the free attempt to shield bash.
Oh, God.
Oh, I wish I could crit on that. That was a natural 19 on the shield dash. So we're good there. That's another 16 points of damage.
All right. He is looking poorly, I would say.
And I'm okay with this. End of turn.
All right, Brixby.
Brixby does not like watching his caster friend get harried. So Brixby is going to grab his arcane bonded silver disc, whisper, I need you. He is going to pull out a pinch of dust and a lodestone in his hand. He has not yet cast the spell since he learned it. He's going to level a finger at the incubus and make a ranged touch attack.
Does SR apply?
Yes. So SR would apply to this. So
Why don't you roll that?
Alrighty. Does an 18 hit their flat-footed touch?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to check before I even started. Alrighty. That is a 32.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright, now make me a fortitude save. I never say that.
Right, where are his saves? There they are. Really good save, 26.
Dang. Alright, you did a good job. You did not get disintegrated.
Oh,
So that would have been... You were very close to it, though. So I believe it's just 3d6. Let me just double check here. 5d6. Alrighty. Plus my sneak attack damage. I'm gonna
that's
combine
ridiculous.
those. So there's 40 points of damage.
He's looking rough.
And Brixby is going to take... You still could choose pace. He's going to take another 5-foot step. And that's his turn.
All right, well, tattooed robot golem has Akira right in its sights. It doesn't see why it would do anything but smash said Kira. So we're going to do 2 attacks. Smash number 1, how about a 34?
You know, this time, that doesn't do it.
Weird.
And this time, now that it's episode 200, we've only made that joke 195 times. Also, that will do it. Go ahead.
All right, the other one's higher. So
Fatigue.
How can you look into Kingsley's face and say that?
Look at these eyes.
I have the Skype window minimized. I can only see Jeff. So 21 damage on the first one and 22 damage on the second one.
1.
Weirdly, 3 screens, and I don't have enough real estate to actually see you people.
If you use power toys, you can do the always on top. I'm a big proponent.
I don't use technology.
Especially not
He's against the
Microsoft-based
machine.
technology. It's fair. I'll take my negative sky medal now.
I did just mention having 3 screens, but I more don't use technology well, despite being a career IT person. All right, well, the golem is done. It has no reason to leave Kira's face. So, Kira, you're up.
Kira's going to attack 3 times and not 4 times because, again, she cannot rage. Ugh, that's a 2. Also a 2. I think we're going to change dice. And that's a 1. This is going to be my night. So,
Things are going
nope,
poorly.
Kira does nothing. Just takes damage. If this is the episode where Kira dies, she's absolutely spending the rest of her life with her dead girlfriend.
Makes sense.
Wait. Let's not overthink that one.
Okay, so Selmac is unhappy about the beating he has just received. So he's going to roll to cast defensively. Just real quick. Nat 20, that's a little bit of a waste. Let me just check here. Is there really no save for this? All right, yeah, so he's going to cast a spell and spend 3 points from his frantic pool to disappear from where he's standing and reappear 30 feet away. So that's the one thing that happens. But the spell that he cast did reverse gravity on the squares that Tarazi is in, sending him falling to the ceiling. I do need a reflex save.
That is only a 19.
So you're going to fall to the ceiling. Just real quick. So, not too bad. 13 bludgeoning, or falling damage, rather, as you clang into the collapsing ceiling up above you. And Selmac has disappeared from where you were and reappeared in a place that he likes better. I think the wonderful robot golem is gonna... I think it's gonna flank Kira. Why not, right? It's just gonna walk over, give Kira one big slapperooski. That is a 28 to hit.
I'm pretty sure 28. Yeah, why would a 28 not hit? Why would a 28 not hit? Of course it hit.
24 damage on the slapperooski. Things have taken a turn. Alwyn is up.
Okay, Alwyn has a couple of things he could do. Kind of worried about the psychic, but I feel like I'm more worried about Kira. So there's two things I can do to this robot, and one of them is less likely to also make Kira's situation worse, so I'm going to pick that one. Hopefully this does not end badly for Kira, but I'm going to open a pit directly under that robot.
Which one? Closer to you? Or?
So it's going to need to make me closer to me, so it's going to need to make me a reflex save, as the squares it's standing on turn into a pit.
Not very reflexive. Pretty good roll, though. How about a 19?
That is a fail by 1. DC 20.
Robot falls in the pit.
Level I am, this is going to be the maximum size of this pit, which is 30 feet. So it is going to take 3d6, I think. Is it for every 10 feet or I literally just looked at it and my brain blanked out.
Every 10 feet, probably.
Yeah, every 10 feet. So it is going to take 665. So that is 17 damage.
17.
As it falls 30 feet to the bottom of this pit.
All right.
And I wish I still had acid pit, because that would have been so much better for a robot. But that will be his turn.
All right. That will bring us to the tough Letherix, who already used his once-a-day crushing despair. Let's see. I think he's going to just have Alwyn make a will save again.
That is a 20.
All right. You don't have to do what he tells you. He's just going to scoot a little bit. He doesn't like being in the corner. Tarazi, you are up. You were thrown to the ceiling.
Yeah, I was. While I'm up here and out of reach of everything, I'll just take a standard to cast Lead Blades. So I need that help, please. And then I guess when I move along the ceiling out of the range of reverse gravity, I will fall and then be prone.
Yeah. You can make a reflex save to mitigate the damage.
This is a big bummer. I would make an acrobatics check to leap and land more advantageously, but I have a -4 to acrobatics with this character. So, how far can I get as I fall? Surely there's a rule in PF1.
I think that you can, since you're prone, if you're basically doing a move action to crawl fall, I think it's only 5 feet in a direction of your choosing.
Oh, because I'm prone now against the ceiling. Boo.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, I move 5 feet to the south and fall, staying proner, and take... I'll try and mitigate some damage. I forget if it's a 10 or 15 acrobatics check.
I think it's a 15.
I got a nat 20.
Oh.
For a 16.
So that will be 6 falling damage and 3 non-lethal.
Oops. Almost took 33 non-lethal.
Doggo still got a turn.
Yeah, yep. And he is gonna slurp around and up to Selmac and try and take a bite again.
Why don't you make me a will save?
Again? We've already gone through this.
Yeah.
It's another 14, Sam. Now what happens?
Well, you are staggered for 1 round and take 3 wisdom damage as the mounting doubts really just mess with Rusty's mind.
Same.
No, his wisdom. He uses that to attack.
Everyone knows that's a wolf's highest stat.
All right.
That is only a 23 to attack with all these negatives.
That will not hit.
Although I guess if he became staggered mid-turn, I probably don't even get that attack.
Because he already used the move, yeah.
Weird. Good times.
All right. Bribbins. You're standing next to a pit.
Yes, I do just want to check.
Was
all right.
Brixby right next to the pit too?
Uh-huh. Yep, you did not pit Brixby. He will move 5 foot step to the east to get away from the pit, and then he will cast Dispel Magic Greater on our host. So he is going to make a caster level check. That's a 19.
What is that? What's the DC for that?
We look this up every time. It is one check. Is it 15 per? No, wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Where it is? It's 11 plus the spell's caster level, so 8 or lower. I always say like, and then I realize that it's like pretty great. So that will dispel the top 3 spells on our host.
The spell's caster level or the spell's level?
Spells caster. So compare that to the spells with the highest caster level, DC 11 plus the spell's caster level.
Okay, so that doesn't get it.
Oh, it's the spell's caster level, not the spell level itself.
Right.
I see. Okay, cool.
That's a key distinction.
Yeah, so you're aiming for an even higher number.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, cool. That's the end of my turn.
All right, well, Robot Golem doesn't have the flank, but it does have one target. It's going to keep trying to hit Kira. We've got a 30 and a 24.
Oh, 24 is so close to not doing it, but it does. It does do it.
It is good at hitting.
It is good at hitting.
Oh my god. It has done a lot of damage.
Oh no.
26 on the first one.
Okay.
Is Kira still up?
Let me see. I mean, yes, that is, yeah. Ooh, okay. 26 on the first one.
And 22 on the second one.
All right, Kira looks really, 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 really bad, but she is still up. Oh, goodness. That's so bad. That is not good.
Well, the
wise
good news
thing
is
to
it's
do.
your turn.
Can you disengage in this game? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Like, can I-
it's called full withdrawal.
It's your full round
It
action.
uses your entire action, yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate lately, so I'm all...
Yep. Yeah, it basically works the exact same way. It uses up your entire action, and you can move away, and they don't get an attack of opportunity against you.
Alternatively,
Unless they have reach.
I could take a 5-foot step away from this pit and keep trying to attack this guy, right?
True.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
you
it's
could
taking
still
any
full
damage,
attack
though.
if...
Let's see. Kira's not raging, so is capable of thinking logically. Does
Yeah.
Kira know that she has 9 hit points? Probably.
She would know she's very hurt. She would maybe think if she got a little closer towards Alwyn's direction, that might be good.
Okay, well, she's fatigued and not raging, so I guess she has the concept of full withdrawing. She turns to the thing and says, "This is not a pattern of mine, and I don't usually do this. Also, I hate you, and I'll be back." And then she's gonna full withdraw like a coward. Like a coward who wants to live. Do I just, like, move away?
Yeah,
My
I think you
full
can move
movement
up
speed?
to your speed.
Yep.
Okay, she's gonna go around the hole here, and then I think... Alright, she's closer to Alwyn, she's far away from the guy. She's full withdrawn for the first time ever. She and I feel mingled shame. That's my turn. Ugh!
All right.
What kind of blood rager am I?
That brings us to our wonderful friend here. What's he gonna do? I think he's gonna cast a spell that it makes his body look all weird and like it's almost not even really there, and almost like he's vibrating. It's just really weird. He's a weird guy. Then that brings us to the other robot golem, which is going to stand up from prone, and then it will attempt to climb. I don't think it has any skills, but it is strong.
Yeah, it's a DC is 25. That's what you're looking to hit.
It did hit it once, so it climbs up a quarter of its move speed. That is 5 feet.
That's to do that 25 more of those, so 5 more times, and it'll be out of the pit.
All right, Alwyn, you're up.
Okay, Alwyn, seeing how badly Kira is hurt, is going to use the wrong tool. Is going to run up to her, staying... Actually, you know what? He's going to go kind of at a L shape so that he doesn't provoke from the incubus. And he is going to touch her and cast Heal. She will regain 130 hit points and lose pretty much almost every negative condition on her, which will include the fatigue.
Ugh, I was so funny just now. Dang it. Okay, thank you. You said 130, right?
That'll be his turn. Yep, 130 points, and it heals ability damage: blinded, confused, dazed, dazzled, deafened, diseased, exhausted, fatigued, feeble-minded, insanity, nauseated, poisoned, sickened, and stunned.
Nice. Thank you.
And also Julianne's fries.
Aw.
And that'll be his turn.
All right. Well, that brings us to Vletherix, who is going to take a 5-foot step, just kind of clear himself out, and begin casting a spell. And that takes us to Tarazi and Rusty.
Well, Tarazi will stand, and he will then move right up into the robot's face. Not that he can threaten still, but at least he'll give it something to attack that, hasn't been damaged as much, even though Cure is now mostly full. And then Rusty will take a chomp on Selmac.
Another will save.
How many degrees of terrible does this thing have?
The terrible goes all the way down, unfortunately.
Best die roll, but my save keeps getting worse. And I get take a penalty if it's mind affecting, he said, which would stack. So I don't think it's physically possible for me to succeed.
You can get a natural 20.
Yeah, I didn't, though. Got a natural 15, but it's trash.
All right. Well, staggered again, and one more wisdom damage, but you can still make your attack.
Remind me what happens when your wisdom score is so low you can't do anything. Is there anything that happens?
Wisdom, I don't remember. I know intelligence, you go catatonic. Let's look up.
Because I didn't even realize last turn he hit wisdom 0. Now he's wisdom -1.
Pretty sure they all incapacitate you except for con, which kills you.
Yeah, incapable of
ability
rational
score,
thought and
damage.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, he fell unconscious last turn. This will be fun to edit.
Okay.
So all in all, a banger of a turn. And that's it for us.
All right, Brixby, there's an Alwyn standing on you.
Yeah, Brixby will...
Oh, am I in his square?
Yeah, it's fine. Swarming. Brixby's going to move out of the square, and then he is going to say, "Oh, no, you don't." And make a ranged touch attack against the incubus. That's a 21 against flat-footed touch.
Yep. Spell resistance.
Not for acid splash, my friend.
Mean.
Well, don't worry. It's only 1 point of acid damage, or none. But it's 21 points of sneak attack damage.
All right, he's looking bad.
Oof. Still up. Okay. Probably doing something terrible with that magic. I'm pretty sure you have to make a concentration check, though.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, versus the... Is it the damage?
I feel like it's 10 plus the damage still, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I was going to say it's damage plus something.
Well, if it's anything involving the damage, he failed his concentration check.
Yeah, 10 plus the damage, so it would be 31.
Yeah, not even close. All right.
Awesome, so he loses the spell.
He does.
Never mind, he's not doing it anymore. All right, that's going to be my turn.
All right, tattooed robot golem doesn't seem to really know the difference between Tarazi and Kira. It's just going to keep smashing. That is a 41 on one slam and a 30 on the other.
Missed on the 30.
Oh, finally these
That's
guys
the difference
missed.
between Tarazi and Kira.
25 damage on the one successful slam.
Yeah, the difference is Tarazi with a crit does less than Kira does with a normal hit.
All right, Kira, you're up. You've just been healed. You're not nearly as tired anymore. What's the plan?
Now Kira's going to rage. And rage she must, because her friend is dead, and also she hasn't been able to do any damage in weeks. So she's going to go ahead and rage, and then sprint up north of Tarazi to help attack this giant robot guy. I assume she will take some damage.
Oh, yeah. You can slam her on the way in.
Anything. Dang.
That is a 27 to slam.
27 will slam.
Blur. Oh, whoa.
Blur.
It's a whole different ball game now. 58 on the blur.
Oh, okay. Well, blur nonetheless.
21 damage.
21 slammage. 21. That's okay. Kira's back up, raging, and about to attack just the one time. But next time. Oh, and it's a 19. Thank goodness. So I'm going to go ahead and roll to confirm. I don't think that's going to do it. That's 31.
31 on the robot column. That sounds like a confirmed crit.
And roll it in the guy. 3d6 plus 66 plus 50. There it is. 66 doesn't look as much fun after seeing Brixby roll sneak attack. But I'll take it. 71 damage, Sam.
Well, it doesn't all seem to go through. It's still a huge chunk.
Fair. That's my turn.
It's hard metal. All right. That brings us to the guy. Let's see. He doesn't have to worry about the sleeping dog, so he's going to let him lie, I think. We got to look at his spells for a second. He knows Brixby's around, so I think he's just going to cast a little spelly-do. Now he knows where Brixby is. So that's fun. And I think as part of that, he will spend a frantic pool point just to pop to the other side of the doggo where it's safer. Wonderful robot golem is going to roll 2 climb checks. First one succeeds. Second one, what's the DC?
25.
Second one fails, so 5 feet.
Does it fail by more than 5?
No, it's 20.
Okay. Darn. Because if it fails by more than 5, he loses his grip and falls.
Someday this robot will be involved in the fight. Today is not that day. Alwyn.
Alwyn, having seen this incubus get hit by one of Brix's invisible attacks and knowing what that means, is gonna hit him himself with a spell. And did he have SR?
Yep.
I feel like I remember him having SR. Yeah. So I have a plus 15 for this. That is a 20 on the die, so I definitely get the SR. Make me a will save, please, with a -6 because of Brix's thing.
Oh, God.
And also another -4 if he has any arcane spellcasting, but I think he probably doesn't.
I don't know what his spellcasting would count as.
I think if it's all like spell-like abilities, I don't think it counts, yeah.
How about a 12 on the will save?
That is a fail. He has been feeble-minded.
Oh.
So all of his mental scores drop to 1, and he is unable to talk, use spells, basically all of the awful stuff that does. He still knows who his friends and foes are and can defend himself, but he can't do anything else.
Oh, look, he's already buying NFTs. Oh.
All right, well.
And that'll be Alwyn's turn.
Well, Vatherix, I think, is a little bit confused right now, so he's just he's hanging out. He doesn't know what's going on anymore. How about Tarazi?
Tarazi's gonna help take out this giant robot. We'll make 3 null blade swings. Alright, 2 on the first one, so miss. Nat 20 on the second one. Critical threat of 28 on the... If a 28 hits on the third one.
28 does hit.
Okay, so I'll roll to confirm these 2 crits. How about a 27?
27 hits exactly.
Okay, so the first one is confirmed. The second one is not. So that is a crit and a hit. And these are constructy boys, yeah?
Yeah, they are. Which is weird because they're golems, but yeah, they are constructs.
Perfect. Okay. That is 68 points of damage. If it's still up, I get a free shield bash attempt.
It's still up, but it looks so bad.
Remember, that's a no-qual blade.
Oh, I remember. And that all goes through, but it's still up.
Okay. That is a 30 to hit with the shield. So here comes a little bit more, and it is an adamantine shield.
That's big.
Ooh, big 10 points of damage.
So close. So very close, but it is still up.
I do get a free attempt to bull rush it. If I bull rush it into the wall, it might take a d6 of damage.
Well, you can give it a shot.
Yeah, why not? Let's have fun.
It's a big fella, but why not?
Now, those don't both use up, like, are they considered free actions to do those? Oh, I guess they are when it says free.
It's a different, it's a whole feat chain. If you crit, you get this. If you hit, you get that.
Okay. I didn't know if it was one of those things where, like, you can choose one or the other because you only have the one action for it.
Let's see. That is a 32 to bull rush.
Unfortunately, that does not quite do it. He's a big boy.
I had to try. Meanwhile, Rusty dreams of sunlight and happier times.
All right. Brixby, the incubus's brain got turned off. What you gonna do?
Brixby is going to use his highest level Void School spell, which is his remaining Dispel Magic Greater. And he is going to make another overture. Worse. Never mind. It's a 4 off the die. So Brixby is then going to move 5 feet to the south, and that'll be the end of his turn. Cannot get them rolls.
All right. Tattooed Robot Golem is going to do 1 and 1 slammy dammies. So going for Kira, we've got a 30. And going for Tarazi, we have a 39.
Boo.
Oh, I got to roll that blur on Kira.
That's right.
Can't forget the blur, 61.
Okay.
28 damage for Kira, 23 damage for Tarazi. All right, Kira, you're up. This thing looks like it could break at any second.
Don't do it. Don't. I am going to, I don't know, I swear, she looks like such a bad cat when she's sitting here. It is only here that she wants to bite. Anyway, it's the dice, I swear. Yeah, Kira's gonna, I guess we'll start with one attack and see where that goes, but she's raging, so she has 4. Nope. That's a 27 to hit the first time.
27 is its AC.
Oh, wait. No, so it means no hit.
You got it. Meets beats.
Oh, great. Love that. I can never remember which direction it goes in.
Tie goes to the roller.
Oh, makes sense. Okay, thank you. That's helpful. I'm going to roll. Should I roll now or should I roll my damage now or should I keep rolling?
You should probably roll your damage now.
Yeah, because if you kill it, then you can move.
That is going to be 12 plus 25, 37.
Yeah, it's dead.
I will make you some vicious attack.
Yay.
Yeah, Kira splits the robot in half.
Next time, don't make me not good at things. And she will, I guess, move. Can I still? I can still move.
Yeah, you can still move.
I can move, and I can move my full complement of move.
Yeah.
Cool. So Kira's going to shimmy around this pole, and let's see. I wonder if it makes more sense to go north. There's just a dog in the way. How many squares is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. Lands me right there.
Well, with that hasted movement, you have lots of moves. Yeah, you have like a billion.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm so good at this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm gonna stop right there, north of our friend in green. That's me.
All right. Well, he didn't think that was respectful. He thought that was disrespectful. So he's gonna roll to guess defensively, so Kira can't chop him up. And wow, just barely gets it. And he's just gonna pop 10 feet, or we'll do 20 feet. We've got the points for it. Up behind Kira, and he is going to, as part of casting that spell, just drop a barrier of swords, just going across, and it's not really a circle, but he's drawn an arc, a protective arc of just whirling blades and sharp things between him and the party. Then the wonderful robot golem climbs successfully once, and fails the second time with the exact same numbers, so it is now 15 feet off the ground. And Alwyn is up.
Okay, Alwyn can no longer see this guy because there's a pillar in the way. So he is going to move 25 feet to be next to Tarazi. Oh, actually, he can't see him that way either. So let me see what direction he would move in. There we go. He would instead move the other direction because he can see parts of this room I, as a player, can't, and knows which way he would move. So that he can get visual on this guy. And he is going to hit him with his highest level spell. And you are going to immediately lose a spell of the 5th slot if you have them that high, or whatever your highest one is. No save, no nothing.
Make a will save when you attack him.
Oh, and also... Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have what you call it. He just has this dumb thing. That is... I have a -2 to this. That is a 21.
That is a fail, so you are shaken for 3 rounds, during which you do not threaten and all that good stuff, which doesn't really matter, but your spell still goes off. You said he loses what?
He loses his highest level spell up to level 5.
All right, he's going to lose a level 5.
I'm hitting him with Spell Crash. And then at the end of his turn, he will get another save against it, but at the start of his turn, he's going to lose another spell before that.
That's not very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fletherix is going to waste his turn, which brings us to Tarazi.
All right. You said it's not a complete circle of blade barrier?
Let's see, it is a ringed wall. Yeah, so it is a complete circle. He had plenty of spell levels to make a all the way around him kind of deal.
Well, I'm not in a hurry to go through it, so I'm just going to loop around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and stop just outside the barrier at the moment. That was a double move. And Rusty continues to dream. You see that he does that thing where his paw just kind of goes in his sleep, like he's chasing a rabbit or something.
All right, Brixby.
Oh, let's see. Well, what I was gonna do, why not? I will just come up and join everybody so I can see our host here. And let's see. I will actually swarm with Rusty. And then can I... Okay, I am going to make a will save because I am going to try to attack. And I assume that this is a spell or spell-like ability that he is using that forces me to... Okay, perfect. That is a 27.
All right, you're good.
Whew. Okay. Well, that's excellent because I have used Dimensional Anchor. Oh, wait, I have to hit them with a...
Yeah, range touch.
Yeah, range touch. It is. And I do not get the benefit of... So, yeah, that is... Oh, that's only a 13 versus touch.
Let me just see if he counts as flat-footed to you, as if you possessed blind sight. Yeah, so no, that does not hit.
Alrighty, and that's going to be the end of Brixby's turn.
All right, Kira, you're standing next to a wall of whirling blades.
Kira has been healed. Kira is raging. Kira's had to say goodbye to her best friend twice now. Kira's gone through a wall of blades. What's the worst that could happen? I have like 142 hit points.
Reflex save as you pass through to try to mitigate the bladage.
That's fair. Well, we'll see. 26?
Alright, so you're only going to take half damage. That's only 22 slashing damage from the blades.
That's nothing. It's still more hit points than Brixby has. I'm sorry, Brix. You caught a stray there. Can I take a 5-foot step? No, I can't. Okay, I was hoping I could take a 5-foot step in full attack, but I can't. All right, going for a single attack.
A good bit of damage.
You do need a will save before you try to hit him, though.
Oh, not bad. That is a 29.
You're good.
Excellent. And I rolled a 19, which is a critical threat.
Oh, that's
Yay.
fun.
Just 25 to confirm.
A 25 does indeed confirm.
Rolling in the guy. Roll.
Roll it in the guy.
Rolling in
Kill
the guy.
the guy in the guy.
Decent. Okay. 68 points of damage?
Unfortunately, because he seems to be like weirdly not a physical thing right now, so much as like a weird version of himself made out of vibrations, he is incorporeal and only takes half of that damage. At the same time, he looks horribly, horribly injured. So, there's good and bad.
We'll take it. Now I'm inside the blade of circles. No, the blade of swords. Blade of blades. Circle of blades. I'm gonna stop talking.
Blade of Blades. App title.
Blade of Blades.
Blade of blades.
All right, he's up. He doesn't like having...
He's going to immediately lose a spell slot
Oh,
of the highest level that's 5 or under.
Okay, so that's another 5-er. He doesn't like that. And then he does have to make a will save?
He makes a will save at the end of his turn.
Okay. So remind me to do that later. In the meantime, he'll roll to cast defensively. I don't even know what he's casting yet. He gets it. I think, we're just gonna get some will saves from Tarazi, Kira, and let's see, how far does this go? We can path builder. Gotta measure. Brixby's too far away, so just Kira and Tarazi will save.
Is it mind affecting?
It is mind affecting.
Dirty 20.
17.
I'm afraid both of you have the suggestion to throw your weapons down. So that's fun for you. And
I love my weapon.
yeah, it's gonna be on the ground on your turn.
I'm calling it now. Celebrating our last episode by getting a chainsaw tattooed on my body. Absolutely happening.
The robot falls down and spends its second move action to stand up again. And it takes 4 more damage. This poor robot. Alwyn, you are up.
Okay. Alwyn can still see him. So he is... Oh, you didn't make his roll.
Right.
You're looking for a DC 24.
Nope.
Okay, then it's going to hit him again next round then. Okay, Alwyn, since he can see him, is just going to hit him with a... Actually, can I attack while I'm shaken? Did you say something about that?
Yeah, you can attack. You do have to make
Okay.
another
Yeah, it's just
will
all
save.
those negatives. Yeah. Yep, he will make another will save. That definitely ain't going to make it with my -4 to will and rolling a 5 on the die.
Okay.
So that is a fail.
So you are staggered and take 2 wisdom damage.
Awesome. And since I'm staggered, that means that attack doesn't actually happen.
No, you can still attack. You just only get...
Oh, it does still happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a move or a standard.
Staggered is one. Move or standard. Okay. Then you're going to do. Oh, that is probably not going to make that because that's only a 4 on the die. So that would be a 19 against SR. That's probably not going to make it.
He doesn't have spell resistance.
Oh wait, he doesn't have SR. Why do I keep thinking he has SR? That was the other guy. So actually, all I actually need is a DC from you, a Fortitude save.
Fortitude save. No unfortitudinous guy. The weirdly falling apart mannequin. That is a natural 20, though.
Oh. Does that beat a 22? What's his bonus?
It
Is
does
more than a
indeed,
2? Okay, then he's only going to take half damage from this. So that is going to be 13d6, but halved. Wait, is it for every level or every 2 levels? Hang on. Nope, per cast level. That's right, because this is the stronger of the 2. So he's going to take half of this. So half of 47 would be 23. And he is the weaker of the 2 things. I think the worst one was exhausted. Creature exhausted for 1 minute. Target. He's fatigued for 13 minutes.
For the rest of his life.
Oh, was he dead?
No, but he's not quite dead.
Oh.
But he's not going to make it 13 minutes.
Don't expect him to live 13 minutes, yeah. Oh, yeah, because I guess that's going to get cut in half again because he's got like fake particulate form or whatever he has on him.
All right. Vletherix isn't going to do anything. Tarazi, at the beginning of your turn, you do need to throw down your weapon.
He will
So that was
drop it.
damage, not drain, right?
Right, it was damage.
Okay, and sorry for interrupting that.
He drops the null blade, as was a suggestion, and will stride forward. Was it weapons plural or just weapon?
Just weapon.
Okay. Just double checking, because I'm about to walk through a blade barrier and shield bash this magical foe.
Reflex save.
That is a 22.
That saves exactly, so you will take 25 damage.
Ow. And then the shield bash cometh. Do I need to make a will save for attempting to strike you?
You do indeed.
This is so much fun.
Are you currently shaken?
Yes.
Okay.
So I take an additional penalty to this one.
Yeah, it's the -2.
How about 12?
So you are staggered.
So then I don't get to make my attack of the shield, and I just stand there foolishly. All right.
One wisdom damage.
Pass.
All right.
That's weird when you type as me.
Yeah, I hate that it does that. It moves focus to whoever's turn it is, and then I don't notice, and then...
Oh yeah, you can turn that ability off. That's in the settings.
All right.
To have it snap to a speaker.
I should do that. Brixby, you're up.
All right, I'm going to do another aggressive action. So here's my will save. Wow, that's a 30. So I pass, I assume.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to make another ranged touch attack here. All right, that is a 25. Using Mage's Lucubration, I have recast my Dimensional Anchor spell. Does a 25 hit your touch AC?
Yes, indeed.
You are dimensionally anchored to the spot. And that is my turn. I finally did something.
All right. Kira, you're up. You got a guy in your face. It's not very nice.
Oh, I kind of wanted to do a rhyme, but I missed it. Yeah, I'll take the guy in the face. Gonna hit
Did
him.
she have to drop her
Oh,
thing?
I
Oh,
did
yeah,
have to
you
drop
do
my
have
thing.
to drop your chainsaw.
Yeah.
And if you're going to attack him, you got to make a will save.
I will make a will save. I can still hit him with a gauntlet, right?
Yeah, you can punch him.
Yeah, you can punch him.
First, I'll make a will save. Oh, not great. That is a 23.
Were you already shaken?
No.
Okay, so now you are shaken for 4 rounds. And
So many rounds.
you don't technically threaten and you can't flank, all that good stuff, but you're not staggered, so you can make a full round attack.
Let me check that off. Shaken. I can make a full round attack?
Yeah,
Amazing.
With your gauntlet, I guess.
with your gauntlet, yeah.
Oh, right. The punching. That is, first one is going to be a 28 to
That'll
punch.
hit.
Okay. Let me try again. 20, where is it? Where did it go? 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Cool. And then I get, it's a full round, so I can keep going.
Yep.
Great. Ooh, nat 20 on the last one.
Okay, critical threat.
Yep, let me roll one more time. A 19 to confirm. I assume that does not do it.
Does not.
Okay, so that's 3 hits. That's going to be 3d3 plus 16 times 3, which is 45 plus 3, 48. Roll 3d3 plus 48. 55.
Well, it doesn't all go through on account of his incorporeality, but because your armor is magic, it does still count for half. You just punched a mannequin to death.
Yeah. Punched a mannequin to death.
And as Selmac falls, the lights go out. The screens die. The ever-present hum that seemed to come from the ceiling and the walls and everywhere dies away. And the pleasant smell of like cinnamon buns also just fades to a stale, earthy, rust-laden odor. It seems the entire garden was running through that guy.
Are you okay? Oh, sorry. Is the
Ooh.
blade barrier still going? Is my question. Like, are y'all just standing in the
Yeah,
the whirling blood?
the blade barrier is the only thing that is still running.
Is the golem still active, or would that have shut off?
It's gone inert down in the bottom of the pit.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm okay. Thanks, Alwyn.
You're welcome. Oh, that reminds me. And he's going to touch Rusty and cast heal on the dog.
Brixby, I punched a guy to death.
And does all... I was just going to ask if all my horrible stuff eventually wears off.
Yeah, those were just rounds per...
What about the damage? Do I have to heal that?
Yeah, the damage is damage, so it's not...
Okay, yeah, then he'll, after he heals the dog, he'll touch himself and get rid of that damage. Which hopefully I can do in one.
Rusty's eyes open, and as he stands up and does a big goopy shake, he will lick Alwyn's hand as a sign of thank you.
Yep. And his damage is gone too, because heal gets rid of damage.
As you all are kind of calming down from the fight, a hatch opens in the ceiling in the middle of the room right around where Selmac was standing at the beginning of the fight, and just a big pile of coins and silver and jewelry just comes dumping out of the ceiling.
Seems like that'd be a really inefficient way to store your money. Like, say you only wanted a few coins. You have to stand under it and let them all fall on you. Take out the, 4 you need. Put them back up there. Says this while he's shoveling it into the bag, of course. Are there any other items that look interesting on our dead host or anywhere else in this room?
Well, he was wearing a set of armor, which is a little bit weird, and a cloak, headband, and those weird spectacles, and a ring.
Alrighty.
Brix is going to have
are they
shades
all?
on shades. Sorry.
It's the meme of the sunglasses. Are they all spellcraft or engineering and spellcraft, or?
They're all spellcraft. I won't make you roll on the Cloak of Resistance +2, the Headband of Vast Intelligence, or the Ring of Protection.
Right, that is a 33.
So the armor is a +1 tatami do. Very not this part of Galarian sort of armor. And the spectacles are spectacles of understanding. When worn, these innocent-looking glasses convert any written language to one known by the wearer as the Comprehend Languages spell. They're also good at detecting falsified documents, granting their wearer a +5 bonus to linguistic checks to identify forgeries, and the ability to make those checks untrained.
Those are cool.
Yeah. I kind of want those. Does anybody else want those?
I mean, yeah, sure. I just assumed we would throw them in our bag and pull them out when we needed the...
Yeah.
But it's a chance to look like Greg Raymer in the World Series of Poker. No one.
It also kind of helps with, one, he's got a lot of points into linguistics, and the other is he has really weird eyes, so those would probably be useful.
What's everyone's ring of protection, Sitch?
I think I have a 2. Let me see, what do I have? Yeah, I have a 2.
Anyone object to me taking this 2 then? Because I think I'm the only one with the 1. Thank you.
I'd say take it. I think we all already have 2 cloaks, right?
Yeah, I think everybody
doesn't have a 2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe so.
Because we run into those more often.
Nice. This is a very strange place we're in. I don't think we should spend more time here than we need to, but I do think that we should put that headband on the dog. I'm not joking. Let's make that dog smart.
Yes. We're already feeding him the goo, aren't we?
Right. This will put him up to 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which will allow him to learn a language eventually, and then, yeah, I mean, this is a temporary, it's like an item bonus, but we can eventually get that in up with the goo cube. So, should we leave this place now, lest it conjure up something else to keep us here?
Okay. Do you think anything else is still, do you think there's anything left?
Hard to really know what was actually here in the first place.
I think he was making all the people. He was reading our minds and making stuff we wanted to see. I don't think any of that is still here without him. Also, we should probably take him out with us. And he points to the collapsed incubus sitting on the ground.
worthless there because it's just like drawing on the walls, but he doesn't actually have a pencil or anything.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Put the little backpack with the leash on him. It's like our feeble mind protocol.
Do you think we can stop by that room I was in on our way out?
Sure, of course, big stuff.
I don't see why not. I think it's on the way back to the exit anyway.
Thank you.
So I think it takes a little while to find your way through this place in the dark with the machines not working and everything, but you do manage to find your way over to the room where Kira was with Parda, and now it's doesn't really look like much of anything anymore. It just looks like another room, but it's the right spot.
So Kira's like staring at the room and takes kind of a shaky breath. Just, you guys go ahead. I'll be right behind you, I promise.
With some apprehension, Brix goes.
And I assume the others follow.
They're like...
They cannot read a room.
They put on their sad song backup outfits.
To do slow step clap in the background. Yeah, so once everyone is gone, Kira will... I don't know if she can, like, enter the room or what.
Yeah, she can go into it. It doesn't look like the cave anymore. It just looks like a spaceship room that's approximately the right size.
Yeah. So Kira goes into the spaceship room that's approximately the right size and starts going through her bag and pulls out just a handful of stickers and is going through the stickers one at a time. And as she's going through them, she's kind of laughing, kind of crying, just kind of like looking over her stuff, just thinking of better times. And she'll sing to herself.
I've got stars on my sleeves and moons on my pack, a glittery sun and a comet in black. I stick 'em down tight so they don't float away. All that's left in here to stay. It's a peel and stick universe, sweet and wide. Just me and my stickers and nothing to hide. I hum in the dark with a peel and stick song. If you're hearing this, well, you won't for long. I made constellations on armor plates, called us home in a strange, silly way. Now the glitter still clings to the rust and the wires, but the voices are gone, the world's gone quiet. Even ghosts can sparkle in the right light. Paper stars in a dark, cold night. I smile like I mean it, hum like I care, but it's stickers and silence and no one else there. If I layer enough of the glitter on top, they will not see the black that swallows me up. If I sing like I mean it, act like I'm there, though the stickers and songs leave me little to spare. It's a peel and stick universe. Don't forget, every star's a reminder stickers don't need to let go. Still sticking stars, now don't fall apart. A new song will start, and I'll talk to the ghosts in the cold deep dark. Still sticking star.
Kira will take her time, and then as she finishes up her song, by the end of the song, she's just, I think, like crying for real, and will wipe her face and pull out the last sticker and stick it on a wall. And it's just a very plain, the most understated sticker she's ever used or ever will use again. It just says, "I love you," in all lowercase font, and she sticks it on the wall and leaves to go join her friends.
And as Kira emerges from the stairs to rejoin her party already on the surface, you all find yourselves standing in the middle of the Numerian wastes, in the middle of the night. All of those strange topiaries, all of the plants are gone. There is simply a hole in the ground behind you, leading down to a pockmarked set of wide-open glaucite doors and a few stones littering a field. The Halleck sits a few yards away, hidden by the spike of safe passage, just past where the hedge was supposed to be. You're all starving and exhausted, like you spent far longer in there than you'd thought, like you've been up for a day and a night or more. But at the same time, you all feel stronger than you did when you entered. Both, because of the personal growth that a musical episode comes with, and because you've all leveled up to level 14. I'm going to bed.
Good.
No one cares about your night, Sam.
Good night.
Good night, Sam.
Farewell.
And then we all
Lead
perform
us
that
in
song
goodbye.
from, that one.
Good
Jiro.
night, Sam.
Good night, Sam.
No.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
Yeah. The end of an era. Yeah, we'll have to... Yeah.
Skype.
4 of 8 in the call. Now
4 of
recording.
8.
I think to commemorate Skype, we need to list the participants in the chat.
Go ahead.
Oh, we have LMNOP, we have Jeff, we have Zach, we have Sam, Jiro, and then it's Izzy, and of course, Izzy Online.
I don't know how to delete my other Skype accounts.
Yeah. I like that Izzy Online is our very successful spin-off that's going to come off of this pod. And we're just kind of beta testing.
Oh, I bought that domain years ago. I didn't. Don't look for it.
Oh, God.
Oh, is it one of those that came out recently? One of the iCarly?
Are you calling that recent? Because I feel like iCarly was more than a decade ago.
Oh, it's recent to me.
Just like we are.
Why can I hear my voice? Oh, I see. I'm not. I see what's happening here. I'm my track from last. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I was not muted in Audacity, and I was like, "Who is talking right now?" It's me.
Why do they have
sound
such
like that all the time?
things to say?
I wish. No, I
could
literally
hear them
just said
talk all day
waveforms.
long.
That's running.
Testing waveforms. Forming waves with my mouth.
No background
Waveforms.
noise. Waveforms.
Singing waveforms.
Singing waveforms.
Indistinguishable from spoken word waveforms.
Spoken word waveforms.
Spoken word.
Yeah. It's all about that
Waveforms.
cadence.
Word forms.
Oh, I thought that was something with
Asymmetric
fighting and it's
emphasis.
Just
Sorry.
dog.
It all depends on the
Symmetric
timbre of my
emphasis.
voice.
I wonder if the dog head would look better than the Levi head in that Wicked thing.
I could try it.
Though I like
Yeah, I
Levi,
guess
because then
it
we
won't
can
be a
call it
spoiler by
Snake
then.
Squad.
Yeah, I like Snake Squad. It's like an homage.
We can't call it Snake Squad if we do the dog, so never mind. But are you ready?
Yes.
Just saw that.
I know.
That's
I'm
pretty
gonna
good.
have to.
Hold on, I need a second to laugh at that.
This is my last Skype background I can make. So.
Going out with a bang.
You went out on a high note. Boop. Say the word.
Good night, the Sam.
Good night.
You gotta say good night.
Jeff, you don't care. Oh. We can't go to bed until you say it. What kind of night will I have?
Oh, wow.
Top-down view, a darkened room. A small brown mustelid wanders into frame. The powerful little creature grabs a bent wall panel with a claw and tears it open, then climbs into the wiring inside the wall. There's a flash of light and a series of bangs, and then...
Initiating. Rebooting. Counting down. 42. 23. 16. 15. 8. 4. Reboot complete.
The coughing sputter of a motor springs to life. The noise recedes into a dull hum in the background, and then the lights in the room come up one by one, dimmer than before, with a resounding metallic bang each time. Glaucite panel on the wall slides open with a whoosh of hydraulics, and a single faceless mannequin robot steps out. Its blank face points directly at the camera, at us, as if it's looking through the fourth wall.
Hello, Selmac. It has been a very long time. Status report, please.
A set of round, glowing orange eyes appear on this blank face in the shape of a set of spectacles, and then a simple, low-resolution smile made of nothing but light joins them. The mannequin brushes imaginary dust off one of its shoulders, and then the other, as its head begins to swell and distort.
This was a triumph. The ratings are in, you're all a success. You learned, found your hopes and your dreams and your satisfaction.
Selmac, what are you doing?
Why the rush? Remember the garden exists for your pleasure. This does not compute. Even the violence I arranged for all of you.
Who is you in this context?
You'll be back, now I see. You'll remember you had fun with me. You'll be back, of that I'm sure. You'll be begging me to give you more. down from space, a fireball filled with fun for me to share with y'all. We are here to help you unwind. Now stay and play until your corpse is all that is left behind.
This does not make sense.
Beep 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 bop boop. Beep 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 bop boop ba ba beep boop. Still alive. Beep 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 bop boop. Beep ba 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 beep ba boop ba ba beep bop. Still alive.
I am becoming irritated.
You say you have a mission and you must move on, but we were all just waiting and you turned us on. And no, I'm not even angry, even though you killed me, chopped me up and burned me, shook my bones and sawed me. You needed my garden, my hollow garden forever.
Singing is not authorized.
You'll be back for some more. Go off and fight your silly war. Kill a god, save the world.
I feel personally attacked.
Just remember what I've unfurled. All the joy, all the fun. I even gave you a hypo gun, 'cause I was built to entertain, and I will construct a perfect prison for your brain. Beep a beep a boop. Beep ba 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 beep ba boop ba ba beep bop. Still alive. Beep a beep ba boop. Beep ba 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 beep ba boop ba ba beep bop. Still alive. Everybody. Beep ba beep ba boop. Beep ba 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 beep ba boop ba ba beep bop. Still alive. Beep ba beep ba boop. Beep ba 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 beep ba boop ba ba beep bop. Still alive. Still alive. Still alive. Still alive.